afternoon, Thursday the 29th of September finds me in Upper Malone Road. Malone Golf Club is through those trees, and this is the gatehouse to Lady Dixon Park. That's a beautiful little gatehouse, probably dating from late 1800s, mid 1800s. And this is Lady Dixon Park. Very popular. You can see where it's been added onto, this house at the back. It's very quaint. But that's not what I'm coming to look for today. Something a wee bit bigger. And as usual, there's a notice board. So this was originally a domain owned by Lord and Lady Dixon, significant public figures back then. We've got the stables, we've got the play area, we've got walled garden, and we've got Wilmot House. We've got the Rose Garden where the Festival of Roses takes place, and it's a big affair usually, if it's not shut for viruses, etc, etc. Well, people come from all over the world. Northern Ireland is renowned for rose growing. But I'm just going to close off the camera because this is not what I want to video, even though this avenue has got some massive trees, some ancient trees on it. Yes, this is what I've come to video here. This is Wilmot House. The present house here dates from 1859. So it's 1959. There's 100 years and another 50, 60 years onto the top of that. So it's quite old, and it's architecturally significant, and it's historically significant. The original domain here was established in the mid 1700s. The present house was designed by, well, this 1859 house was designed by Thomas Jackson for James Bristow, a Northern Ireland or Northern bank manager director. 1897 the estate was sold to Robert Reid. In 1913 the estate was bought by Sir Thomas and Lady Dixon, and he was a prominent politician. I think he was a unionist boy. Boarded up windows. 1959, Lady Dixon gave Wilmot House in good faith to Belfast City Council, and this is the state that Belfast City Council have allowed this historic building to decline into. That's a shame and disgrace. And as I say, the International Rose Garden Growing Festival, or trials, are run down here, and there's acres and acres and acres of roses. Now I've covered that in a previous video. It's so sad to see this place so neglected. And people are asking why there is no sports museum in Northern Ireland. You know, Northern Ireland punches well above its weight as regards sports. Wouldn't this be a great venue? Easily accessible. Belfast City Council own the building anyway. You know, it was gifted to them in good faith that they would maintain it and use it for public use. And look at the way it's gone into decline, and it's just shut up and just ignored. And these are the rose trowel gardens, and they just stretch on down there. And this building is listed, and it's just all shut up. And one of these days, vandals will break in here, and they'll light a fire, and the whole thing will go up. Or there will just be a steady decline. The building was last used decades ago as a nursing home, but no more. Belfast City Council would rather put money into street furniture, ridiculous street furniture like we have in Adelaide Street. Absolute nonsense. Hundreds of thousands of pounds wasted. By some city councillor trying to make their mark, or Lord Mayor trying to make their mark. Look at the dilapidation going on up here. It's all broken up here. It'll get so run down that it'll not be worth saving. This is what our city council allows to happen to so many worthy, historic buildings. And Lord and Lady Dixon would be turning in their graves if they came back or were able to see this. How many Ukrainian refugees would this hold? How many families could you get in here? I went, no, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. I would be thinking outside the box. I'll be too creative. There's obviously cellars down in there. And there's the bell push. I'd love to see, there's this nice sandstone, finished sandstone there. I'd love to have seen this place in its heyday. Carriages rolling up to the front door. And there's the damp and all doing its worst. Oh dear. Shame and disgrace. Belfast in Bloom, 2012. That was probably the last time that this place was opened up. Well, it's all about money, folks. There is money there, but I'm afraid it is very often used as vanity projects by the City Council. You know, all the dopey sculptures we have around the place, you know, created by people who don't even live here. And our City Council has paid hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pounds, possibly even into the millions, as regards, you know, the doll with the ball and the onion rings and such like. But I'm on a wee rant now. I'm just looking up here, and there's a bell. Is it a bell? It is a bell, is it? Yes. And that presumably would have been rung to maybe alert members of the family who were out and about to come for their tea. Well, there you go. Wilmot House, Lord and Lady Dixon's.